Hey everyone, I'm Samantha, the Digital Nomad Career Coach, and I help aspiring digital nomads find fully remote work opportunities. In this video, I'm going through the top 4 things that you need to be doing if you are currently searching for remote work. Now, one of the reasons that I'm going through these top 4 strategies is that if you're watching this video during the week or two after it's posted, I am launching a brand new 4-week coaching program where I am supporting a small group of people looking for remote work in tackling these exact 4 strategies that I use to find my remote job. So if you're interested in that program, you can check the links in the video description below. But even if you're not interested in the coaching program, let me get right to these 4 strategies that you need to be implementing if you are looking for remote work. So strategy number 1 is using remote company lists to find the most up-to-date remote job postings. So many times I hear people ask, how do I find legitimate remote work? Or where do I look to find remote jobs? And how do I avoid scams? Or how do I avoid postings that really aren't remote? The secret to an effective and efficient remote job search is using remote company lists to find the most up-to-date and fully remote jobs that are out there. Rather than using a search platform to find remote jobs, by going direct to the remote company's websites, you know that the jobs are remote because the company is remote. So rather than wasting time looking through jobs where you're not sure if they're all remote, or if you're questioning if they're even a legitimate posting, by going straight to the source of the company careers page, you know that anything posted there is a current remote job posting that's worth your time and energy applying. So step number 1, if you're looking for remote work, is to stop using traditional job boards and start finding remote companies and building your own remote company list to use as your search tool. Step 2, if you're looking for remote work, is to level up your resume to be fitting and to stand out in a pool of remote applicants. If you're applying for a job in an office, your resume needs to communicate that you know how to do that job. If you're applying for a job remotely, your resume needs to communicate that you know how to do the job and that you know how to manage yourself, communicate with a remote team, and use a large stack of tech tools that enable you to do your job. It becomes so crucial that your resume be specific to your job in a remote role, not just the job that you're applying to in general. Some things that you can do to make your resume highlight your skills with remote work is to have a specific remote work section, to leverage your regular skills section to be specific to remote work, and to bring every single experience on your resume, tie it back to a skill or takeaway that you have learned that you can implement in a remote role. So tip and strategy number 2, if you are looking for remote work, is to make your resume tailored to remote jobs. Strategy number 3, similar to 2, is making sure that your cover letter is tailored to remote jobs. No one wants to read a 2-page essay cover letter anymore. People and managers and hiring committees, they have 1 minute to read your cover letter. In my coaching program, I teach a very clear and specific outline and strategy for how to create cover letters for remote jobs. But essentially, it looks like this. The beginning is just like a punch of an intro. Here I am, and this is what I do. The next 2 to 3 lines is, here is my biggest accomplishments and data to prove it. Then, from your resume, you pull out the top 4 to 5 skills, bullet and bold them on your cover letter, and list out afterwards what work or experience or skills you've gotten that contribute to that overarching skill. Close it out, ask for an interview, sign it, and you're done. When it comes to remote work, you want your cover letter to be quick, digestible, and something that shows 1 step beyond the information on your resume. So strategy number 3 for anyone who is currently looking for remote work is to tailor your cover letter to remote work. And step number 4, the final step and tool that you should be using if you're looking for a remote job, is LinkedIn, using it specifically to grow your networking connections in the remote work world. Reaching out to people who work at remote companies via LinkedIn is a great way to get a better understanding of what it's like to work at these all remote companies. You can reach out to people that work at remote companies using a short message in the LinkedIn connection request where you say something like, hey, I noticed that you work at whatever remote company, and I would love to learn more about your experience working at that company. Using LinkedIn to connect with people who are already working remotely gives you an opportunity to find out the real deal of what it's like to work at those companies, to find out what roles are actually open to save you time in your job search and application process, and to position yourself as an expert in the remote world that these remote companies would like to have on their teams. LinkedIn is crucial if you are building your remote job search and your remote job network, because you don't have the opportunity to network with people in the office of these companies. LinkedIn has become the one-stop shop for remote employees to connect and grow their network. And as you are looking for a remote job, it is so important that you get on that platform and start connecting with other people who are working remotely. So tip and strategy number 4, if you are looking for remote work, is to use LinkedIn to grow your remote connections. So let me do a quick recap. Strategy number 1, if you're looking for remote work, is to use remote companies to find all of the most current remote job postings. Strategy number 2, tailor your resume to remote work. Strategy number 3, tailor your cover letter to remote work. Strategy number 4, use LinkedIn to grow your remote connections and build a space for you as a professional in the remote work world. Like I said at the beginning of this video, if you are interested in getting some coaching from me during your remote work search, or if you'd like to dive deeper into one of these 4 topics, then I invite you to apply for my new group coaching program. You can find a link to the program in these video descriptions. In the program, each week we are going to dive deep into these 4 strategies, going through guided lessons, live group coaching calls, and deliverable materials that you can use and implement in your remote job search. If you're looking for other remote work resources or information, or maybe this is the first video that you ever watched from me and you want to learn more about me, you can find me over at career-reroute.com. My name again is Samantha. I'm the Digital Nomad Career Coach, and I will talk to you soon.